Alright, welcome back to Dominions 4. So, now we are in fall of the second year of the Ascension Wars. And, yeah, we got a lot of messages to go through. A messenger has arrived from the Jubernia. Greetings, my close neighbor. The High Druid Council extends our immeasurable thanks for feeding our small group of refugee farmers at Jubernia. As way of some sort of recompense, we wish to offer some expertise in the peaceful way of farming. While at Jubernia, we have seen that the farmlands of Winna to the west have not been furrowed as deeply as they should for the coming winter. Winters are particularly cold around here for some reason. Our small farming contingent has taken it upon themselves to help you better prepare the land, and so we will do the work for you. Oh, no reason to thank us. It is the least we can do for such a close friend. By the way, dear friend, you have missed your tithe payment for this month. Research and evocation is completed. Alright, here we go. Battle in Winna. Let's see what Daz is up to. Okay. Still casting low-level spells. Okay. Starfire's still nothing new. Okay. That's all we're checking is we just want to see when he starts using new spells. Far Strike. Yeah. Okay. Slime, that's also same evocation tier, I think. Let's see. Anything else? Summon Earth Power. I wish he would not cast Charge Body and would instead cast, like, you know, Shocking Grasp. Anyway, I don't think we killed anybody. No. So still 109 units, and most importantly, we got Mounted Commander, Chieftain, that's his Prophet, and Priests. Okay. But we gotta remember this 76 is the key number. 76 units, 109. So, you know, he's about 70% real fighting force and 30% chaff. Okay. There was a battle in the Cloud Cap Spires. That's not to be too surprised. We knew that there was a Centaur unit there a few turns ago, and here they are. Let's take a look at what we got. Centaur, regular Centaur, okay. And what's their experience level like? Experienced, okay. And, let's show the grid. And can we get, oops. I want to just get here and take a look at who this is. Marcus Aurelius, and he has an Earth Gem, okay. Unequaled obesity. Okay. Versus this small number of units. Okay. Alright, let's see what they do. Air Shield, Blessing. Whoops, there we go. Phantasmal Warrior. Iron Skin. Okay. Let's see what he's done so far. Still hasn't used his gem. Okay. Yep, go ahead. So he's going for rear there. Okay. And Marcus Aurelius is set to attack rear. Okay. So he's trying to thug out this unit, apparently. And Iron Skin gives him protection 20. I know that. I know that trick. So hopefully my units are going to be smart enough to use electrical attacks against him. Love how much he's missing this poor Phantasmal Warrior. Alright, buddy. You're at 98 fatigue. Yeah, you're screwed, man. You gotta do better than that, I'm afraid. Come on. Nope. Alright. So let's see. 2 Centaurs, Centaurides. What's the difference between these? They have hoof, dagger, they're just short bow units. Centaurs are long bows. Okay. And then the white centaurs we already are intimately familiar with. 18 hit points, 20 hit points, and 23. Plus 8. Alright, next is Jubernia. Okay. Now, over here, this is where we came in with our big full force. Now, unfortunately, we didn't catch what I was hoping to. I was hoping to get a bigger catch of units than what we have here. We do have a Dryad, which I believe is a rather expensive unit. Awe is definitely a pricey ability. And Seduction is good too. And then we have Surreal Beliefs. Now, the thing is that neither of these guys are, yeah, like I said, this is a very small expeditionary force. They're not experienced or anything. This is not who I would have liked to have caught in this province, but anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's see, and Dadagne, cast protection. Do I know what that does? I do not. Okay, resume, please. There go my horsies. Okay, we took out the Dryad rather quickly. Okay. Well, they did not last. So yeah, in Jubernia we handily defeated them with no problem. As you should expect. I mean, 70 Valkyries versus that. But now I'm sorry, not Marcus. Now, Dwarf Comic knows what I have. Alright, Anidra, we know where this is. So yeah, he's moving into this province as I thought he might. Still with, well, these guys are not elite. Yeah. Okay. And this is decent province defense, but it's not enough to do any damage here, I think. So yeah, he's still doing Iron Skin. We are still not casting any... What did you cast? Aim? Well, that's not a bad thing to do, but unfortunately, we're not hitting anything. And now aim is of no use. And nor are those Phantasmal Warriors. Please stop doing that. Okay. Battle in Helheim. Yeah. He's just poking me with the Black Harpy. And a battle in the Rusty Badlands. Again, just a Black Hawk. Okay. So, we took out a very small force. Daz is here. Now, I don't know what he might do. If he follows his pattern, he'll go in here. Now, you'll notice that I already have mapped out my moves on this turn, and that's just because in the last one, like, I was just exhausted from, like, working on camera, and then afterwards even editing it, that I went ahead last night and put in my moves, and now what we're going to do this turn on camera is I'm going to go over what I've decided to do. So we're still calling God over here, working on still recruiting a priest, as usual, and I'm recruiting some cheap units just because we're going to need to be able to hold up this fort. Now, the other thing I'm considering is whether I should try to actually bolster this fortress's defense, because what's going to happen, You know, how am I gonna... I need to hold off this army, and this army is probably big enough to crack down a palisade in one go. So, do I want to spend the money trying to construct a wooden towers to get the extra defense, or not? I'm gonna say no. We're gonna continue to call God. This may be the end of these poor units. We'll just have to see. And it puts me in a sticky situation too, because he's either going to go here or here. I suspect Daz is going to go here, which frankly is going to be a mistake, because it's going to give me more time to go after him down here. If he's wise, he'll go up here. And he'll take this fortress out, he'll capture this throne, and he will have a palisade now. And he'll frankly do a lot more damage to me here than he will if he goes here. But I suspect he's going to go here. And I'm still not going to engage him yet. What I have chosen to do is I'm taking this force here in my capital, and we're moving in to recapture that province. Now, I've scripted Stitcher to use Mistform, Iron Skin, Protection from Lightning, and then hopefully, I don't know, Shockwave. I'm hoping he'll use Shockwave. Maybe I should... whoops, we're looking at the wrong army. Maybe I should have Stitcher attack one round. And then maybe he'll be in a position to use maybe then he'll finally be in a position to use Shockwave and Mimer the Vanjarl. I'm not sure that... Okay, so casts Mistform, and I'm having cast spells in general. Maybe I should go for Lightning Bolt. And just spam Lightning Bolts with this guy. Should I even start off with Mistform? And then Ragnhild the Dis. Very minor shock resistance, obviously. And then perhaps protection from lightning. Gotta worry about the errant lightning bolts, is the thing. Okay. So hold and attack rear. These guys will just move forward and probably absorb a terrible brunt from the centaurs. So what I expect is that... oh yes, and then we have Ermor down here. Let's get to that in a sec. So yeah, he did move from here to here. Now, I don't know that this unit of what's going to be 20 centaurs each is going to be quite enough. Let's see, and he had a set of... So he moved in here also with a group who are now missing. Perhaps they've moved back. Don't know. What we will do, though, is, as you can see here, we're going to move Idun in using Divine Blessing on 35 units. This should be enough to, let's see, hold and attack rearmost enemies. We'll see. Thing is, those centaurs are going to probably be able to close within... Let's see how quickly they closed with us over here, okay? Because how are we set up over here anyway? I'm trying to remember. Let's watch. It was Jubernia. So let's see how this played out one more time. Okay, mist form, cast Divine Blessing. Oh, that's my Idun. Cast Blessing. So these guys are on hold and attack. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they're on hold and attack. So over here as well. Hold and attack rear, we should be okay. We're both going to be looking at each other for a bit. Honestly, let's just go straight in and attack rearmost enemies. Okay, if they're on hold and attack, it's because he's casting spells. Now, if they go in fast enough and hit before those spells get cast, you know, like Divine Blessing or Blessing is going to be the first spell. If we can hit them before Iron Skin, then that will save us some casualties. Okay. So that's where I'm heading with Idun. Now, unfortunately, it does mean I'm giving up this territory to Daz, basically. Yeah. I'll have to deal with him later. If these guys can just hold out a little bit more. I'm kind of tempted to try to just move into this province, frankly. In fact, perhaps with gun lag I will. These guys are stealthy. Actually, so is that guy. I think we're gonna sneak into this province. Okay. Just because, just in case he sieges here. It's not as though we can't move right back if we need to break the siege. But let's move in here. Okay. See what kind of forces he has. It says the province is free of military units, but we'll see about that. And I will go ahead, though, and get... I don't know, should I spend my money here? Let's go ahead and keep doing it, just because, like I said, I expect he's going to move here, and there's no reason, I think, not to have yet another priest. So, yeah, we're gonna try it. And, yeah, like I said, over here, this is the plan. We're gonna go in with these 3 very strong units. In my opinion, they're pretty strong. Hold and attack rear. You know, if it's the centaurs, I don't know. Maybe I should just go right on in. But I do want the blessing to hit first, to trigger first, so... Yeah, we'll hold and attack rear. And that'll give some time for... You know... Let's not do mist form first. Let's... If you're going to cast lightning bolts, cast lightning bolts. Okay? And... You know what? If you can... Do we have summon storm power? We don't have it. I was going to say, if you can, go ahead and summon... Or, I mean, yeah, summon storm power, but you don't. So... Yeah, you know what? Just go for lightning bolts. Okay. Blessing, protection from lightning. Mist form, iron skin, protection from lightning. Attack. Yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope that scripting will do it. Let's hope those lightning bolts will be able to affect them back there. How close are we going to be to the action? Fairly close. Yeah. Don't know. Just don't know. And let's take another look at lightning bolt real quick. Range is 35 plus. We should be able to hit them. I think we should be able to hit them. Alright, and then over here we have just our Odd Fafnir, the Van Jarl. is going to move into this province with 35 units. 2 blessings, a mist form, and then we'll let him do as he sees fit, I think. Don't know. I think the probability of encountering an enemy army here is low. So I think we're going to be more than prepared. I do have a question about whether to move here and attack versus over here where we have a Centaur army. And we also, importantly, have an air gem site. So we have income 14 and resources 17 versus income 50, resources 17. I am really torn. Which way do I go? You know, especially if these guys, they have to inevitably converge on here. He's heading here. There's just no other. This unit may continue to come down here and, cause trouble for me. But if he does that, that's frankly fine. I can deal with him at my leisure. I can continue to recruit units here, and they will eventually be enough to track him down. However, if I push into his territory, which is why I am moving into this one, that's going to affect his income as much as he is affecting mine, but he does not have the ability to retreat back quite as quickly. Now, with Odd Fafnir, here's the other problem, is he has map move 3, but from here, is he going to be able to move all the way back to my castle if necessary? Well, let's see how far he can move. Can he move all the way over there? No, he can't. Can he move here? No. Why is that? What's his army setup again? It's not because their map move is low, that's for sure. How far can he move? Boy, why does he... Oh, it's because it's enemy territory. But, as you can see, because this is wasteland, this really hampers movement. I'm going to have to get this province back if I'm going to move him back to here. But from this province, Odd Fafnir is not going to be able to make it back to my capital. So these units that he's taking with him are effectively out of play for a while. Which bugs me. Bothers me quite a bit. Do I really want to take this many units with me on what's going to be an expeditionary force? And I'm going to do a little bit of a compromise. Whoops. I'm going to say Odd Fafnir does not need quite this many units. So he's going to take 30 Valkyries. 30 Valkyries ought to be able to take on this kind of a force if he encounters this kind of a force. Now the thing too is that Pangaea has tons of money coming in. More than I do. Right. So, yeah. Pangaea has to have another army somewhere. All of their money can't possibly have been spent on these units. So, yeah. Something bad is happening. Something somewhere bad is happening. And these units could get cut off, but luckily we can sneak away or something. Just like Gunlag is sneaking away here. So we're going to hope for the best. Iden will continue to have a larger force, and that's going to be necessary for Iden to get back to the capital as necessary, or to chase down this annoying army. Again, should I go for this province? I don't know. But we're going for this one. We're going for the money. This gives, I think, Pangaea less than this does. So, yeah, I think I have more to gain, and I think Pangaea has more to lose from this province. I may gain equally from both of these provinces, but I think Pangaea loses more by losing this province. And from here, what am I going to do? We need to think about our next move. Okay. So, here's a question. Can Odd Fafnir sneak? No. Odd Fafnir cannot sneak more than one province because he's on foot. Whereas you might notice Iden could. Iden's not going to do that, but Iden could. So that means when we get here, Depending on where his armies are, he could chase Odd Fafnir down pretty easily. I will only have these 3 movement options. I could move Odd Fafnir into this province to hide if absolutely necessary. Boy, I'm really tempted to take my dis over here. I think we will. Where is she? Oh, she's already over here. I think we will. And Odd Fafnir, please do attack. Okay. That's what we're going to do. My disc was here, scouted it, found out what's happening. That's all well and good. But, yeah. Now over here. We need to rescript. Cast Blessing. Cast Lightning Bolt. I hope you see why I went ahead and plotted out a turn before I actually started recording, because I am already, like, you know, changing my mind off of everything I did, which I just knew was going to happen based on how long the last episode was. So anyway, yeah, sneak and attack and move, right? And from there we'll have a dis in here who can potentially carry my Valkyries elsewhere if necessary, and my other unit's just going to have to hang out. And, you know, perhaps we'll just skip right on straight over here and take this province. That ought to keep Pangaea on its toes. Important thing is I don't want to be too predictable. I feel that a reactionary move would be to try to chase down this army here. And if I were in Pangaea's position, I would be going for maximal annoyance with this army. I would not move it here. I would move this army here. And then here. Then here. Then here. And just continue taking these provinces away from me. And then... because that will be just hurting me immensely. That's what I would do. I would say that this army, its goal in life is simply to do that. You know, Hannibal has crossed the mountains, so to speak, and yeah, this is what he's got to do. And, you know, maybe because it's a stealthy group, they can just sneak and get back home as necessary. Maybe sneak through, well, Urmor is a long way to sneak. But yeah, do that damage and then maybe come back up here. So how am I going to respond to that? And what are these guys going to do, though, really? I do hope that this fortress has really thrown off Pangaea. I think probably they have snuck in here. So the army that was here, I believe, is here now. I believe this army is also going to move in here. And whatever this army does, like I said, I think... I don't know, though. It's tough. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He doesn't have enough troops here. He's got to save up or something. He's got to bring in more army. He's got this base production right here. You'll notice from my messages that Urmor did not respond. So, who knows what Urmor is going to do. Speaking of Urmor, Urmor is here now. It contains 50 enemy units, consists mainly of Roraris and Hastatus. A huge Prince of Death was seen towering over the army. The army appears to be commanded by Sabouts, the Prince of Death, who radiates power. So his pretender is here. Sabouts may attack me. I have a hunch Sabouts is going to move here next and consolidate his territory. And then he'll probably... I think it's safe to assume that Sabouts is going to join them and gang up on me. I can't win if all three of them gang up on me. So, yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that. So I don't really know what to tell you. Unless I get lucky and my god returns very, very, very soon. You know, if I had Fenris, that would help somewhat. I would have a powerful spellcaster. I would have a powerful super combatant who could definitely counter these little super squads that are moving around. If I were Sabouts, I would move here and then move here. Because there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. What am I going to do? You know, send him a message, please don't do that, Sabouts. You know, he could even move in here. So yeah, I would move either here or here. If I was feeling ambitious, I would move here, and then here, and then here. It just depends on how eager I was to cause harm. Like I said, moving into my cap circle is unforgivable. However, if I'm being a little bit more smart than that, I would realize that my pretender is going to lose a lot of strength moving into this province. The one thing I have on my side is that this throne here is generating so much dominion, and then my capital is also still generating dominion. So I would probably be like, okay, I'm going to move in here, not expect resistance, take this province from him, and then go in here, take this province from him, and just not expect to find any resistance, or maybe even move into this province, and then go here. And that's why, considering Sabouts' move, why I'm not going to... It's just another reason why I'm not going to chase after this unit, because basically Sabouts and Pangea are potentially in competition for the same amount of annoyance. It's beyond annoyance at this point. This is actual damage. You know, it's like I'm either going to take damage from Sabouts or I'm going to take damage from Pangea, and you know what? If they don't coordinate, and if they accidentally both move into the same province of mine at the same time, that only benefits me, because one or the other of them is going to destroy the other. So, let them do it. Let them do it. I'm going to go into Pangea. That's the thing. I'm going to concentrate on Pangea right now. Daz may take this area. I can't help it. The small amount of consolation I'm taking is I know that he got diseased from in this province, and I know that he's getting diseased from being in this province. So that's going to cost him a little bit of attrition to his army. And yeah, I just wish there was something more I could do to hurt him, but I can't. So yeah, let's go ahead and one more time my research. Continuing on construction. I think I want to get to construction of greater magic items. I'm really torn. I really don't know. But, you know, I don't see anything in thaumaturgy that I want right away. I did look up the, what was it, that death hand spell. It was a range 1 spell, kind of like Shocking Grasp, that did 45 points of damage. So that's a nice spell that my death mages have for close combat. It's basically a death version of Shocking Hands. I mean, same kind of combat spell roll. I'm not sure what else there is to say. Let's go over my recruitment here. So I chose to, as a means to protect this, to try to keep the walls up here. Because although I don't think I can withstand a siege from this huge stack, I do think I can withstand a siege from 30 units here. And so what I need is I just need defenders. Now, I have very limited... We'll go ahead and reset this so you see how much I have. I have very limited resources and very limited gold. And my Surf Warriors, the bottleneck is obviously resources. So who has the least amount of resources? Well, you may think, well, the Surf Warriors cost less and have less resources than the Wolf Tribe Warriors, right? Well, they cost less than the Surf Warrior, or they cost more than the Surf Warriors, and they have less resources. But the selling point is that these guys have wasteland survival. So, I do not have to worry about supplies if I get these guys. And the longer... In fact, why don't we go ahead and stack another one in, go down to -3, so that he'll be coming in. As many turns, like if Pangea doesn't lay siege to me this turn, as many turns as I can continue pumping out those Wolf Tribe warriors, then the more units I'll have in here that are going to cost no upkeep that can counteract the siege, so they can rebuild the walls. And what I want to see is I want to see messages like, you know, our fortress is under siege, but we're repairing the walls faster than they can destroy them. And for that to happen, I just need to have as many units as possible in here, which, you know, that's what undead and corpse constructs would be useful for. Don't have access to that, but what I do have access to are these guys who cost no upkeep and will fulfill that role for me. So there you go. That's the decision there. We already looked over here, right? Sorry. Yeah, just getting the Surf Warriors as a cheap means to doing basically the same thing. I don't know, maybe 8-6 versus 7-3. You know what? Let's take a look. We can get 7 Surf Warriors versus Militia. Which takes us down... That actually takes down our gold. Okay. Let's do some combination of the two. Okay. There we go. I think that's going to be what I do. This will hopefully, maybe, same thing as up here. If I can just get some units in this castle to help repair the walls. They're palisades, so this is going to be an experiment. This is a learning experience for me. It may just be that palisades are too weak to hold. So, again, kind of wish this was a fortress at the moment, but in hindsight, if it had been a fortress, it wouldn't be here now. Remember, it got completed the one turn that they attacked me on here. So, anyway, may have been very lucky that I actually didn't have that 2 gold, or else I might have built the fortress instead. And our recruitment here is just straight up. I'm going to get a Dis and some Valkyries. And, yeah, more flying units. Sucks, because I need the research coming in. I will build a horror helmet. Just, again, I think the fear is going to be a helpful bonus in combat. Yeah. That's it. Bless these troops, please. Then lightning bolt the hell out of those centaurs. And then you go in and... Same thing, Stitcher. You go in and super thug them. Okay? And you guys are just there to... I don't know. Do your best. Do your best. And Valkyries also. If you can kill that... if you guys combined can kill their leader, that would be sweet. But, whatever. We'll see how it goes. We may not encounter anything in here. We may not encounter any units. Or it may just be that there are units already in here and I can't see them because they're stealthy. If that happens, it happens. If that happens, it happens. But I don't see why he would stay in this province. If he has units, if he has another one of these squads in this province, what I expect him to do is take this province and have this unit take this province. That's what I would expect. I just don't expect anything to be in here. But if there is, hopefully we'll be able to take it out. If we don't, we're going to have lost a... It'll be a very painful loss. That's going to be a loss of a lot of money. Stitcher is not something I want. Is not someone I want to lose. Or my Hangadrots. Or Vandrals, I should say. Stitcher's the Hangadrot. Alright, well... as always, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. That's it. That's it. We've got province defense in all of these, so I'll at least be able to keep track of what he's got. He's going to be getting new spells. He can't possibly, again, with Pangea, what I'm worried about is what his next level of magic is going to be. You know, I'm getting just now my next, or I have just now my next level of magic. So what's his? What horrible magic is he going to unleash against me? Thankfully, the Jubernia don't seem to have their magic in order, but they're going to be getting it, you know. He's got Starfires right now, which means he's at Evocation 1. But he starts getting up here to Mind Burn. He hasn't been using these. He's got Blink, right? He hasn't been horror marking me, which that's nice. I haven't seen any communions yet either. But yeah. Anyway, Paralyze. I'm not too worried about Paralyze. I should be okay. Yeah. We're just going to have to deal with this. I would really, really like to come over and destroy Jubernia in many ways. Like, I think even though Pangea is doing the most damage, I think it's Jubernia that is enraging me the most. So I think it's Jubernia that I feel the most enraged by. And I think Daz's messages are meant to be doing that. But anyway. Well, again, and that's what we're looking at. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Let's hope for the best. Until then, bye-bye.